Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I will be posting daily updates from the topics that caught my attention in the subreddit Superstonk on Reddit. Looking on the news from 6th of July, we have some big news a lot of people on Superstonk have been expecting for some time, and now it has been officially confirmed. We got a stock dividend incoming 22nd of July. If you wish to receive the stock dividend, you have to be registered as stockholder at the close of market 18th of July. Very important to remember for people buying more stocks via broker or computer share. Trades through computer share takes 5 days to settle. I am not comfortable giving advice on brokers and how their settlement system works. There has been a lot of talk of the impact on stock price with a stock dividend in a normal market with no manipulation and a rational market. The stock dividend should not impact the market cap of the company. Market cap of GameStop at the end of 6th of July was $9 billion, and the market cap after a stock dividend should be approximately the same. Just reducing the average price of each share, and as always our friends in the comments may be more precise than my description.
Please ELI5 how a stock split dividend where you get 3 extra shares, is different from a normal stock split. I've seen many people ask that question. Plus, how is it going to be as bullish as everybody expects? Does it act as a share count of some sort?
In a normal 4-to-1 stock split, after hours on the split day, all the brokers would just 4x your shares and divided by 4 your share price at the same time, and boom, the stock is split. With a stock split via dividend, all the brokers essentially gotta line up to computer share with their hands out and hope that there are some shares left when they get to the front of the line. GameStop will only issue the current shares outstanding x3 worth of new shares. DRSD shares, insiders, institutions will get theirs first and then brokers. But when the newly minted shares run out, that's it. And then brokers and SHFs are scrambling to buy shares to fulfill their dividend obligations.
Being confused about how a share dividend works and the impact of it seems totally normal. I think most of us investing in GameStop do not have the financial background required to understand most of the market dynamics, and I was very pleased to see a seasoned veteran in the financial market, Dave Lauer, admit that not even he was totally comfortable with the impact of a share dividend. I am big fan of admitting weaknesses, and seeing Mr. Lauer digging deeper to clarify for us smooth brains the impact on how a stock dividend will work is humbling. I personally think it will work as Admiral Upboat described in his comment. In the comments below Dave Lauer's tweet, people were memeing the financial market and how it is so complicated that even people with 20 to 30 years experience are not sure of something as simple as a stock dividend. Personally, I like the small comment above talking about the hive mind, since I do feel Superstonk's greatest strength lies in its many different individuals coming from different background and fresh perspectives, which makes the collective strong and adaptable. Some comments were complaining about the market structure, and how the market is designed to be opaque and impossible for people outside to get a good understanding of the inner workings. I definitely think they got a point, and it will be interesting to see in the coming years if there will be any dramatic changes to make the playing field more level. The entry barrier for people outside and the rules which are currently mostly in place to protect people already well off. Next up is a post I am too smooth to put into context or to explain. It is a post from Hamis talking about the tax implications for people being short on stock in the case of a dividend. Being short should not be a big problem in my personal opinion unless you have rehypothecated the shares sold short several times, since the rehypothecated shares will not receive the share dividend, only the original one. TLDR of his post, posted in caps.
If you borrow stock to make a short sale, you may have to remit to the lender payments in lieu of the dividends distributed while you maintain your short position. If your payment is made for a non-taxable stock distribution, or if you buy more shares equal to a stock distribution issued on the borrowed stock during your short position, you have a capital expense. You must add the payment to the cost of the stock sold short.
I went into the comments to see if some of them could put this into perspective for me and clarify what he is talking about.
Interesting. So the 140% short interest was at, say, $5 to $10 per share. If they start buying the shares now for the dividend, it'll be at $130 per share. That is a capital expense. How much time do the brokers have to deliver the dividend?
July 28th is when shares are to be delivered. If a broker cannot deliver the shares within 90 days of that 28th date, GameStop can pull out from the DTCC and we get to see some crazy shit. If you count 90 days from the 28th of July, you end up around November. Let's just say it takes around a month for GME to pull out from the DTCC, not sure if there's rulings or a time frame, but you get into December. RC's BBBY calls expire January 2023. It looks like all roads lead to more ASS.
I'm Fatchman, one of the most credible commenters on Superstonk and behind some of the most known DDs, dropped a comment pretty far down into the comments.
BBBY is a basket stock, heavily shorted by SHFs like GME. Remember how in January 2021 when GME ran up hard, the basket stocks also ran up as well, trailing GME in January? Well, when the GME MOS happens, all stocks heavily shorted by SHFs will need their short positions closed, which includes BBBY, one of the basket stocks. BBBY will squeeze during the GME MOS. RC recognizes this, which is why he bought the deepest OTM calls on BBBY, so that he doesn't have to sell his GME during MOASS, but can make profits by selling his BBBY calls during MOASS, since that stock will squeeze as well, as SHFs need to close their short positions upon liquidation. His calls expired January 2023, which meant he anticipated MOS in 2022. He has the stock split dividend and NFT marketplace lined up now, and he's been tweeting more openly against SHFs, etc., so he's confident he has his checkmate move ready to go.
Next up, I want to talk about something other than the split, but something that got mostly drowned out after the split was announced. JP Morgan was fined for not correctly disclosing their swap positions. Failing to report over 51% of their trades from 2015 to 2020, and BNP Paribas doing even bigger crimes with a $6 million fine for their profits from crime in the period 2016 to 2020. The comments were rightfully so, in my opinion, livid about the size of the fines, since they seem more and more as a cost of business than actually stopping the crimes. Top commenter really putting the absurdity into perspective.
The crazy part of all this, JP Morgan offered to pay the $850,000. Not the commission demanding it. It's not a fine, or even cost of doing business, it's just a bribe. Plain and simple.
The taxpayers probably paid more in salaries just to investigate that. Honestly, at this point, if the SEC is not going to be doing their job, it should just be dismantled. I mean, think about it, right now the public is paying getting conned by Wall Street and is paying for a useless regulatory body. Cut off the SEC, increase living standards. Could possibly reduce crime that way as well. Now instead of gathering every regulator under one easily bribed roof, now they have to look in every direction.
Next up is a discussion we had a couple of days ago regarding Immutable X, Loopring, and Layer 2. The possibility of being paid directly to your bank account instead of going through crypto loops. GameStop themselves also posting about this update, and they have started posting tutorial videos for people interested in how it works. Some really good points in the comments regarding how the blockchain can revolutionize and make the financial market more robust against corruption.
And to add to that, the tokens don't leave your possession until the seller and buyer is matched and the trade is made. Loopring is a protocol for building non-custodial, order book-based decentralized exchanges (DEX) on Ethereum. It routes and processes trades, matching sellers and buyers at a market price without ever requiring possession of the buyer's or seller's funds. This is distinct from centralized exchanges, which require traders deposit funds with the exchange so that it can execute trades on users' behalf.
Wow. I didn't fully comprehend what kind of outcome this could have. Reading about DeFi, but never looking far enough to recognize that we're actually looking at having fully decentralized exchange. DeFi has sort of been this buzzword that I've glazed over, while also knowing it means decentralized finance, but to think that we can make trades and exchange while maintaining full ownership of private keys, never leaving your wallet and being able to swap within a wallet. What a leap we're about to make.
And to end the day of some of my favorite memes. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.